Salut! In this lesson, we will carry on studying le présent and we'll have a look at more irregular verbs. Once again, they are irregular, but there is a logic to it. Even irregular verbs follow a pattern. They will always repeat the rule. The to form will always end with an S or an X, when the il, elle, ou on form will never end with an S or an X. Nous will always do ONS. Vous will always do EZ, and il with an S or elle with an S will do NT, most of the time ENT, just not for the four verbs we've seen previously, to have, avoir, to be, être, to go, aller, and to do, faire, which will end in ONT, but normally is ENT. On top of this endings pattern, you will notice another one quite important to help you remember how the verb will be if you have a blank one day. Let's look at our verbs here on your downloadable document and take the first one, savoir, for example, which is to know. You will notice that the je form, je sais, doesn't really look like the infinitive savoir. The infinitive is the form of the verb you will find in the dictionary. It's also something we described in the first module of this chapter. So, the fact that je sais doesn't resemble its infinitive makes this verb an irregular verb. It just doesn't do regularly. You will notice that the tu form and the il, elle, et on form are following this illogical pattern. So, je sais, tu sais, and il sait look alike, but are different from the infinitive savoir, when the nous and the vous forms, in this particular case, are actually normal, and look just like the verb avoir. Nous savons is keeping the save stem of savoir, the infinitive. Similarly, the vous form will be vous savez. Il and elle with an S, in this case, will also follow the nous and vous form. We'll have il and elle with an S, save, S-A-V-E-N-T. To recap, in an irregular verb pattern, je, tu, and il will follow the same stem, when nous and vous will work together. Sometimes they will look like the infinitive, sometimes not. Il and elle with an S will be a mix of both structures. Have a look at the different verbs on your document and try to see this pattern. Usually, with my students, I like to highlight the je, tu, and il form in one color, whether or not it's following the infinitive, and then the nous and vous form in a second color, showing the variation. For il and elle with an S, I usually use both colors so you can see it's a mix between the two structures. So you can easily see the pattern thanks to those colors. Have a go if you want. Feel free to pause the video to try for yourself, and hopefully all of this will make total sense and help you. To recap again, we have two patterns, the ending pattern and the stem or root pattern following or not the infinitive. On your document, I have deliberately put on one side savoir, sortir, et venir, as they follow the same root pattern, as to know that je, tu, and il form will be different than the infinitive, but the nous and vous will follow the infinitive. And on the other side, you will have the verb prendre et mettre working in the opposite logic. In their case, the form je, tu, and il will look like the infinitive, but not nous and vous. Et voilà for us on the irregular verb at the present tense. You've done very well, merci beaucoup. With regard to the negation, you just need to sandwich your verb with the ne and the pas, as usual. Have a go at the quiz. It will help you to practice as well as to assess your knowledge on those very important irregular verbs. Allez, bon courage, merci et à très bientôt dans la prochaine vidéo sur les verbes modaux. Merci!